Hey, my name's Joe. You done screwed up. Hey, my name's Rick. I'm gonna bite your face off.
Yeah, that was the I wanted to open with that because that would have been cool. Just as I said that there would be something special for this week, it didn't turn out. The person I wanted to have on was had some homework to do, as is the college scenery. Obviously, I've been away from the channel, so that makes sense. So, but anyway, no, we're still here.
Dude, that was a good show.
Yeah, I mean it was good. Obviously, it leaves off on some cliffhangers, and so yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to have all of that go on in the episode. There were a lot of big moments, a lot of things the characters went through. Yeah, for sure. I don't know where to start. Obviously,
We'll start with Rick Michonne and Carl walking down the train tracks, and they got ambushed by Mr. Joe. My name is Joe.
well, the interesting thing I have to say about this episode is that they, like, you could tell from the way the previously on The Walking Dead, like, they showed flashbacks, to the whole war with the governor, and then they also showed they had actual scenes from the prison, and obviously you had Herschel back, which was really, really cool.
I love my Herschel.
Yeah, so you had, like, a whole bunch of just crazy, crazy stuff, like, that I wouldn't have expected. Like, they went back, and it was kind of like, where's the context? Are they trying to build Rick up? Is this trying to build to some big thing? Like, they definitely, they put so much focus around, like, this big thing that, Rick does, and all the previews was like, oh, Rick is gonna use a new weapon to kill somebody, and I'm like,
His mouth.
yeah, and, well, for people who haven't read the comics, they wouldn't know, but not that I read the comics, but I kind of caught up on where the comics were at, and I did see a scene in where there's like a group of just marauders. They don't have names, but they're just a group of marauders who ambush Carl, Rick, Michonne. Actually, Abraham's with them in the comics, but so they all get ambushed, and Rick actually kills one of them with his mouth in the comics. And it's funny because we were just watching The Talking Dead, and literally Scott Gimple said, yeah, I literally just had the thing on set, and I was just referring to the exact comic. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So it's
yeah,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool how they did that. But yeah, so
that was a fucking tense moment when Daryl walked in there. I was like, holy shit! And like Daryl's gonna sacrifice himself. He's like, no, shoot me. Like these are good people, but
Yeah,
take
like-
me as blood. I'm like, what the fuck? Like he could have like snuck up and shot one of them, and then they could have jumped them. But like,
yeah.
like he was getting, and then he was like, fucking Joe's like, he lied. He's a bad person. Now kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, I was like, it's retarded. It's like, it's not a liar. And then he gets, and then like I thought Daryl could handle those two fucking guys against the car, and then like big fat porker guy was trying to get it on with fucking
Yeah, well, that was the rape scene that you were saying.
Yeah,
that who knows
I know.
what they were gonna include.
They
I mean,
did.
of course they couldn't really show it, but they were. I mean, that was.
No, but it was really interesting when the scene cut. Before the show played back, it said warning. They said there was another warning.
There was a special warning. They've never had that before.
Yeah, there was another warning. It was like warning, this show isn't this explicit stuff. Be careful, it's not for kids.
Yeah, watch out.
So
watch
yeah,
out, someone's face is gonna get ripped off.
But there was a lot of like, it's just, that's the thing though, because it's always Carl and Rick's relationship has been rocky, even in the prison in season 2, 1. Like they've been up and down, and I think they're just trying to get on the same level, and it's troubling trying to get on that level. And I think Michonne's story to Carl definitely helps that along. I like that they did that.
Well, I mean, they kind of had to say something because he just witnessed his dad biting someone's face and like repeatedly stabbing his would-be rapist, and like so like you saw in Carl's expressions how he was almost fearing his father, but like they end up explaining that he didn't really fear his father, but he kind of feared what his father would think of him.
Yeah,
and then Michonne went into her story, like, and she explained a little bit. She gave a little bit more backstory about how she was at the camp out on a run, and when she got back, the fences were down and everyone was dead because her fucking 2 boyfriends were high at the moment.
Smoking dope 420. Yo.
420.
Yeah, so now we know why she cut their arms off, and
that did confirm, because it was always a theory, a hunch that those were her boyfriend and friend, but she confirmed that was her boyfriend and her friend.
Yeah.
I think it was Mike. I forget the other person's name, but
yeah. So that was pretty interesting how that came to part. I think it's everyone coming together, trying to just put aside, who, like, what we did, and trying to say, we have a new goal now. And I guess that new goal is fucking Terminus over right up the asshole.
That last scene was, they don't know who they're messing with, they're fucking screwed. He's like, they've done screwed.
Yeah,
with the
you
wrong
got some.
people.
You got some leaders. You got Daryl. You got the military commander Abraham. You got and you got Eugene. He's like, well, in 4 miles we'll do this, and then in 8 miles we'll fucking cut their heads off, and but so
and Glenn will do anything to protect Maggie, and Rick will do anything.
He's got to get his watch back.
And Rick will do anything to fucking protect Carl. So. That's gonna play out like we're gonna see some fucking bloodshed.
Yeah, so those Terminus guys are a bunch of dicks. Obviously they're cannibals. There's scenes where you see like a whole bunch of dead people, and there's some people screaming inside a container. I don't know who those were. I don't know.
I'm assuming that they're not Tyrese and Carol. I'm assuming they're random people, but we don't know the whereabouts of Tyrese, Carol, and Judith. So
we don't know where Beth is either.
I mean, she's either there or my prediction earlier, if you guys don't remember, but like. I predicted that she won't be in the rest of this season. She'll probably show up some other time because I feel like that's a different group that kidnapped her. But
yeah, I don't know. That guy was at that church, but the church was really far from Terminus, so there's really no. I mean, the thing is, I don't know if anyone knows that character, that guy, like the guy who's the leader of Terminus, he's a combination of 2 Hunter characters from the comic books, and one of the characters he's a combination of is a priest. So that I don't know if that is any relation. I don't know if that is.
Seemed like he had like a religious, like straight white collar background.
So I don't know if that is anything relation to that fucking church. But why would they be out in the middle of nowhere? So I mean, obviously it's a question you got to answer. My prediction for season 5 is that they'll spend half the season fucking over Terminus, and then the other half trying to get to DC. And either one of 2 things will happen. They'll find out DC is overrun like they do in the comics, or they'll introduce the next big villain into the fray. That's just my prediction at the end of season 5.
A lot of shit to happen.
Yeah, so that's just my prediction, because they eventually get to a place where they can call home, which is the New Alexandria safe zone, which is not Terminus. It's like a, it's an actual camp where they actually do. Camp. It's what they were hoping Terminus was going to be. It's basically what it was. So hopefully, I mean, eventually we'll get to there. No one really significant died other than Joe's group. Who else died?
That was it.
Yeah, like we know. There's usually big deaths in these season finales.
It was more just the build up to say that Rick is now finally like. He was always bouncing around between stable and unstable, but now we're seeing he's like energized. He's the fucking.
He's not a farmer anymore.
No,
he's a man.
No, he's a fucking He's become in a sense a part of Shane. He's become a stronger man.
I think those words stay with those last words from Shane stay with Rick. Like, I'm a better father. I'm a better man because I can do. And even that's what Carl's.
I can protect him.
Remember at the end of season 3. Remember at the end of season 3. Carl's biggest gripe was, I did what I have to do. You not doing what needed to be done led to all these deaths. Now Rick's like, all right, I'm doing what needs to be done. Here I come.
Rick is fucking on fire.
Yeah,
man.
he's like,
I would not want to be in the way with him and fucking.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's realizing he's gonna fuck some people over. Yeah. So it's good. Everyone's together. I think I wouldn't be scared. I think the thing is they're gonna come up with some plan in that thing. Like as soon as someone tries to open it, they're gonna come out. And just,
I mean,
they're gonna be
they got so many. Like they might be beat on the numbers and firepower. But they got the military commander, they got Rick, and they got Glenn, and like
Michonne, Daryl, you got some badasses.
They got some firepower.
Yeah, you got some badasses in that fucking trailer and stuff. And you got Bob and Sasha. They're so cool.
And he did bury his guns outside, which is interesting.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'd like to add the point that I've been keeping this in the back of my mind. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but a long time ago when Rick was gardening at the prison, he dug up a gun, and that gun was the gun that he brought to Terminus. Because in the bag, he had his python, and he put another gun in there. So he put his python in the bag, but he took that gun that he found in the prison yard. He dug that gun up in the prison yard, and he took that with him. So I don't know if that has any significance.
I completely forgot. They're probably gonna say, dude. They're gonna say to the whole group, okay, we hid some guns outside the prison. Let's go get those guns. Yeah. That's probably what it's gonna be, and then they're gonna slowly overtake the whole thing. So I'll just say in the comic book, once they do overpower the Hunters, as they're called in the comics, they do some nasty shit to them to make them pay. But I won't spoil it in case people know that.
I mean, but that was a very tense moment when. After they snuck into Terminus and they went into that weird broadcasting room, which was like white and it was like weird.
There's the woman who was saying all those messages. She's like, those who arrived and oh wait, we have guests over there.
And after they searched them, although they did give them the weapons back, which was weird, and then they get to the fucking creepy ass lady serving the food. And then
and he sees all this stuff.
And Rick's and Rick is astute enough. He's looking around. He sees Glenn's body armor. He sees Maggie's poncho.
It's the watch.
And then
Herschel's
he
watch.
fucking grabs the guy and he looks at and he has the fucking Herschel's watch and he's like, "Where'd you get this watch? I'm gonna rape you."
Yeah, that's the thing. Those people didn't know. They're like, "Oh, we
Yeah.
didn't know you were with them." So he had that watch, and it was like, "That's Herschel's watch. You can't do anything to Herschel's watch." He's like, "That was passed down from his great grandfather from Ireland. Like, you can't do that to Herschel's watch. That's a relic to Glenn. You can't do that. That's." That guy died. I didn't notice that, but in the slow-mo, he got shot in the...
Because Rick turned him around, because he heard guns, like, being brought up and clicking, so he turned him around, and the guy got fucking... used him as a meat shield.
I now know why they weren't shooting them, because they're cannibals. They don't want to shoot them. They want to eat them, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why they were leading them, because you were saying, "Oh, why aren't they shooting?" They were, like, shooting at... And Rick said, "Oh, they're shooting at her feet." They were guiding them through a fucking maze of Terminus. And then for like a split second you see like a boneyard. There's like a bunch of bloody skeletons. So like, and then they went through that creepy ass candle sanctuary part. I saw that in the previews last time. There's like a split second scene with candles. I'm like, oh, that's
why
weird.
didn't they burn the building down? I would have thrown those candles everywhere
right?
and hoped that some fires started or some shit. That's what I would have done. One question I have: what's the significance of the name of the episode? It's called A, just the letter A. What does that have to? Yeah, like what is it supposed to be? No, is AH, but what is the letter A supposed to signify? Anything?
I don't know. A bite to the throat.
I don't know. I mean, is it like A group or like, just the AF or like we're the A team, like, or some shit like that? I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Something like that. The other thing is like what happened that's another thing I was waiting for, the reunion with Judith and
we're
them.
gonna have to wait for that one.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't know if
was there any evidence that they made it there?
I didn't notice anything with the clothes. I guess I would have to take a better look, but the only evidence we have that there's other people is when they were running through there, they heard people screaming from another container. So they're either random or they're either the rest of their group.
I'll listen to the voices back maybe to hear if it's them like, "Hey, let me out, let me out."
If you hear a black guy, it might be.
Yeah, like, I don't know, but I don't know if there was any evidence, like, I mean...
Otherwise, they're still walking on the fucking
How could
track.
they kill a baby? Baby doesn't even... It's so small, it wouldn't be even... Like, why would you eat that? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
We'll eat its diapers.
Oh my god, sauce.
Sauce
diapers.
I'll just put it on the, we'll make a Beth burger.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh.
I thought Daryl was gonna...
slaps that fucking thing, and he's like, "Where's my...
Yeah, that was
you
pretty
get this
good.
watch?"
That was a badass... Rick had some badass moments. The bite, the slap to the fucking plate, that
and
was...
then the final conclusion's like, "We're gonna fuck these guys up, they're screwed."
Yeah, it's just like the rebellion. It's like some rebel alliance within the thing. It's just so awesome, so... Alright, so that's it. Unfortunately, we won't be doing this until October.
No.
I know, very sad, because they're not gonna give us any information till October. No, actually, at San Diego Comic-Con, they usually give like a sneak preview to the new episode or some stuff. Like they do it every year. That's in July. I don't know if anyone knows that Comic-Con. It's pretty big. So I don't know. I mean, post your comments as to what you thought about the episode and predictions as to in the future and all that stuff. And unfortunately, this will be the last time for a while that we'll be doing this and things and stuff. And, no more Joe. My name's Joe. No more Joe.
My name's Joe.
No more Joe. Nope, he's gone. Anyway, so
I'm giving it a 9.5. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it... I don't know. I'll give it a 9. It was pretty good. I mean, I would have...
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Rick, so I'm fine. I'm so glad that he's finally that strong leader that Shane was saying he wasn't. He's finally that guy that has every... Because he was always smarter than Shane, but Shane was always stronger. But now he has both, so he's a fucking menace.
What I don't understand is why did they on some of the promotional ads for this episode they showed Tyrese, Carol, and Beth.
They showed pictures of everyone, including them, and they're like,
who will arrive?
Well,
maybe that's it. Who will arrive? Maybe they didn't arrive. They're like, oh, maybe Tyrese is like, I don't think we're fucking Terminus, man. He's like in the ocean with him.
Well, who knows? If they were walking down the tracks, if they were anywhere near Terminus and they heard all that gunfire, I wouldn't go to fucking Terminus.
Yeah.
Maybe they heard the gunfire. And
that's the thing.
They're like, holy shit, we're not going there anymore. Like, if they were close enough, that might have led them away.
Yeah. Tyrese and Carol, like, because there was I don't know.
They just turned around like, oh, nope.
There was a commercial. They're in the desert. Tyrese is like, I don't think we're near Terminus, man. Carol's like, oh, Tyrese, what'd you do? The baby's crying now. We're in the fucking desert.
Oh my god.
So, all right. So that's it. Thank you guys. It's obviously a little bit of a longer one, but it was necessary, obviously, for the whole fucking finale. Thank you, and peace out.
Yep.
Peace out until October.
My name's Joe. I got beat.